Hey guys, this is Josh Farley back with another video. And in this video, I'm actually going to be doing some more T-Mobile 5G home internet speed tests. It's actually 12:44 p.m. on a Thursday. So like I like to say, a lot of people are going to be, on their phones around this time. Kids still in school. People at work and stuff. I'm going to be heading to work soon myself. Because I work night shift at a school. So let's actually get into this video. So I'm only going to be doing like three or four, tests on each server today, because I actually did kind of get a late start, so I got to get ready for work here soon. So like I like to say, I am actually using third-party equipment. I'm actually using the Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway slash modem, whatever you want to call it. And I also have that hooked up to a waveform 4x4 antenna, so keep that in mind. So let's open up the speed test app here. And I also didn't reboot the gateway last night, or the Chester Cheetah version 2. I didn't reboot it. I was actually, it was actually windy last night, and it's still, somewhat windy today, so we'll see what we get. But hopefully the speeds aren't as slow. Let me actually check down detector first, um, and see if there's any outages or anything. So it's still showing T-Mobile in the like bluish color, so that's a good sign. But it does look like there's some more red here. Let's actually go down here and see. So it's saying mobile phone 41% now, and it's saying 23% for the 5G home internet. So 23% is still a little bit high for that. It was 20% not too long ago, so it's went up some. Let me see. It does say text messages and stuff. It doesn't say anything about T-Mobile 5G home internet. So anyway, let's just run some tests and see what we get. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. Almost 600 on that one, guys. And this is without rebooting the gateway. You have to keep in mind, I didn't reboot the gateway last night, and it was windy. It was very windy last night, actually. So maybe they actually did have a network problem or something, because the speeds are, they're they're back up on parallel. It seems like. So that's really good for 12:47 p.m. on a Thursday. 598 for the download, almost 600, 19.3 on the upload, and only 23 ping. Wow. So the ping did go up on this one, but still nothing to be concerned about. But the speeds are getting around there, and that's good. And broke 600 on that one. Wow. So I actually did reboot the gateway a few days ago, though, when they were when they were telling me they were doing tower modernization, which could have been true. Maybe they were doing that. They said that the tower near closest to me, because they said they looked up my location. I gave them my location. I don't know how true it is, if they actually do look it up. But they told me that they were doing tower modernization near me, so maybe that's a good thing, because maybe now, with the tower being, modernized, maybe then, I'll get faster speeds or better bands or something. So right now it's, doing really good. 628 on the download, 15.5 on the upload, and only 28 ping. Run one more on this server, and then go to the the Ashburn VA server. And these are the average speeds that we normally get, guys. So this is very good. You know, we get anywhere from 500 to more, to 600. You know, 500 or more to 600. Occasionally like 450 or 480. You know, sometimes 300, 400. You know, depending on, you know, it depends on a lot of stuff. Like I've said, you know, the weather. You know, that has a lot to do with it as well. It still is somewhat windy out there. I can actually see that it is windy out there, still, so you have to keep that in mind. So not bad on that one though. 532 for the download, 13.6 on the upload, and only 29 ping. Let me switch servers here and go to the Ashburn VA server. So yeah, as I said, you know, the ping seems to be higher on the server for some reason. Most of the time it gives me faster speeds though on the download and the upload. So not bad on that one, definitely not bad, you know, compared to what we actually were getting the last couple of days, you know, before I rebooted the gateway. And like I said, I didn't reboot it today. I actually rebooted it yesterday, when I did a video because I was still getting bad speeds when I was doing that video. And they actually told me to reboot it. So from now on, if I do get, you know, those bad speeds again, I'm just gonna reboot it. But what I'm hoping is, you know, that I don't have to reboot it so much. You know, I don't want to have to reboot it all the time. You know, I realize sometimes you do have to reboot it if they're doing work on the towers or something. You know, like I said, which is very possible. You know, that they were doing tower monitorization. But you know, I wouldn't think that that would actually affect the service. You know, nationwide. I don't think that that would happen. You know, because I was showing you guys on the down detector. You know, that there was other places, you know, having problems in the world. Unless they were doing this network wide, you know, like the entire network. You know, they were doing tower monitorization, which is very possible. But I kind of wish that they would let users know, you know, people know, because the thing is, you know, a lot of times after that happens, you're probably going to have to reboot your devices. You know, I guess they figure, you know, with people that have phones and stuff, you know, that they reboot them, you know, if they have problems anyway. But, you know, for the T-Mobile 5G home internet, that's a little bit different. Like I said, I have told you guys to actually reboot the gateway, after bad weather, whether it be windy, you know, stormy, rainy, you know, anything, snow, you know, sleet, anything, bad weather, to, you know, refresh the signal. And it does work, because I had those 2 windy days. And then I rebooted the gateway, and you guys saw, you know, on that video, I unplugged it and plugged it back in. I have that video on my channel if you want to check that out. I posted that a few days ago. I have a bunch of, you know, other T-Mobile 5G home internet speed tests, but I posted that one a few days ago, and we were getting horrendous speeds still. And that was actually the day after that I contacted T-Mobile, and they told me that they were doing tower monitorization. And they told me, you know, to try to reboot it, and I didn't listen because, you know, I just thought, well, you know, I haven't had bad weather or anything, you know, a little bit of wind, but they even told me that wind, you know, shouldn't really affect it too much, which it hasn't seemed to be, you know, really affecting it too much. But I have noticed when it's windy sometimes, you know, we'll get maybe speeds in the 400 to 500 range. You know, maybe occasionally almost, you know, like 380 or 350. But that's, you know, still usable, still very usable. So this one, definitely not bad. 532 on the download, 31.4 on the upload, and only 32 ping. I'll run 2 more on this server, and then I'll run 1 more on the West Norton, PA server, and then I'll get off of here. But these are very good speeds, guys, for 12:54 p.m. on a Thursday, in the afternoon. So this kind of tells me that there was something going on with the towers or something, or the network itself. So not bad on that one, especially not 631 on the download, 34.9, we'll say 35 on the upload, and only 30 ping. So I'm really impressed with these speeds now. So that's definitely good. It's not like we're getting faster speeds, but we're getting the speeds that we're used to getting. I'm getting the speeds that I'm used to getting, back now. So that's definitely a good thing. Because I honestly thought maybe I was being throttled, but I don't think that's the case. Because if it was the case, rebooting it probably wouldn't do anything. Because if you're being throttled, it's just gonna it's just gonna continue to throttle you, no matter what. Same with your phone. If you go over a certain amount of gigabytes or something, it's possible that your speeds will be slower. And that's not really necessarily the case for me though. I've gone over 50 gigabytes on my essential saving plan. Excuse me, essential savers plan on T-Mobile for my phone, and I can actually show you guys right now that I actually have. Let me see, internet. That's the wrong internet. Let me see. It's annoying because they change this stuff in the T-Mobile. I mean in the apps and stuff. Let me see. So yeah, there we go. It says 69.19 gigabytes used. So that's mostly from doing like speed tests and stuff. But that's not really that big of a deal. I don't really mind doing those. But that does take up some gigabytes of data to do a speed test. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to run one more here on the West Norton PA server, and sorry about my voice being a little raspy. I just got up not long ago. I'm going to take a drink of some tea here and try to wake myself up here. But let me run one here. Definitely not bad on that one. So definitely not bad on that one. 605 for the download, 15.2 on the upload, and only 30 ping. And keep in mind, it still is somewhat windy out there, so these speeds are very good for this time of day. 12:57 p.m. on a Thursday, and with it still being somewhat windy out there. It's not as windy as it was last night, but it's still pretty windy out there. That's why it makes me feel like, they were working on the towers. That makes me feel, a little bit better, that it wasn't, me being deprioritized or something, or, something going on, with my, stuff, either the Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway slash modem, whatever you want to call it, or the waveform antenna. I was kind of, hoping that it wasn't something like that. I was definitely hoping that it wasn't throttling. But like I said, I don't think if I, rebooted it, I don't think that would do anything, if you're being throttled. So it's just going to, keep your speed slow, no matter what, no matter what you try to do, if you're being throttled. So that's, definitely a good sign. And like I said, it didn't show any red or orange, or yellow, in the T-Mobile thing on the down detector. So that's definitely a good sign. So this one, not bad at all. 604 on the download, 17.6 on the upload, and only 26 ping. Let me actually run one more on the Ashburn VA server. then I'll run one more on the West Norton PA server and then get off of here. So that one definitely wasn't bad. 634 on the download, 32.8 on the upload. We'll say basically 33 for that, and then only 29 ping. So definitely not bad at all. And it doesn't seem like the ping is actually spiking like it was last night. It was actually spiking somewhat. So I actually saw, ping in like the 57 range to the 80 range, to the 117 range at one point. So I haven't seen that in this video, so that's definitely a good thing, or in these, speed test results. I'll run one more on the West Norton PA server and then get off of here. So it is actually 1 p.m. now. Like I said, I didn't reboot the gateway last night either, so keep that in mind. I was actually expecting to get worse speeds than this because I didn't reboot it after it being really windy last night. So that's actually a good sign. It's definitely a good sign that I didn't have to reboot it to get my speeds back. So on this one, a really good one, 641 for the download, 15.1 on the upload, and only 29 ping. So, yeah, it looks like I got my speeds back, guys. I'm really glad that I, have them back. I'm really glad to see that I'm not being throttled or it's not, anything to do with tower congestion or anything like that. Like I said, I think that it was something to do with the network, network wide, because like I said, down detector was indicating that there was problems. It was in the red a few days ago on down detector saying that there was problems, and then it was in the yellow. In the yellow for the last couple of days, and now it's actually back to being just normal in the bluish color that they have. So that means that everything's basically back to normal. So like I said, it could have been tower monitorization. So if that's the case, that's actually a good thing, because maybe they're making the towers better. So fingers crossed for that for sure. But anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, I just wanted to get this video out there. I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm going to try to do some Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to try to get up around maybe 8 or 7 or 8, maybe 9 o'clock, in the morning, and do some tests, earlier in the morning on a Saturday weekend, or a Sunday weekend, and see what we get with those tests. I'm not really a morning person, but, I'll get up to do those tests for you guys to, see, what we get, so you guys can see what we get, and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it is area specific, so, speeds are going to vary, depending on area and stuff. It's going to depend on weather, like I've said on my channel, I have videos about that. It's going to depend on, time of day. For us, it doesn't really seem to matter what time of day it is. It doesn't seem to matter, right now anyway, today, apparently. But I have been having, like I said, but I think that's, the reason I was having problems is because there was a network problem with T-Mobile, network wide, or they were, updating the towers or something, and I just didn't reboot the gateway, after they were, done updating them or whatever. So what I'm going to actually try to do is, I'm not going to, I might do it today. I might not, depending on, I'll probably wait until later tonight to see what we get. When I get home from work, I'll probably just not reboot it, and keep it how it is and see what we get, later tonight. But after that, I'll probably give it a reboot because it has been windy here. So I'm going to reboot it, probably later tonight after I make a video, before I go to bed. And, do, further testing with it and stuff. But I'm just glad to see my speeds back up on Pearl, how we're, used to getting, 500 to 600, you know, sometimes more. So I'm definitely glad about that. You know, like I said, 104 in the afternoon on a Thursday, you know, 641 for the download, 15.1 on the upload, and 29 ping. So that's, you know, that's outstanding for the afternoon, guys. It really is. So anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, just wanted to get this video out there. And if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.